Greetings. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So, baseball. I will be talking about baseball this year. Uh, I'm not going to delve into it, obviously, in the same manner that I have with hockey. And I'm timing this so that the baseball coverage will ramp up as the NHL reaches the playoffs. Because as the NHL reaches the playoffs, the number of games in any given day, the amount of time that hockey's on any given day, it drops. So that frees up more time for me. And, I enjoy baseball, and they're going towards a possible strike this year. So, yeah. So the collective bargaining agreement expires at the end of this season. So I might be picking baseball back up just in time for everybody to walk out because negotiations haven't been great thus far. And the return to play last year showed there's a lot of issues to get worked out between owners and players. So we'll see. It's one league that has resisted any kind of salary cap throughout. I mean, you have the luxury tax, which the Yankees and other teams happily pay. But you still have some teams that are just feeders for the bigger teams. And that's just how that works. But I've tried my best to acquire jerseys during the downtime during the off season so that when I'm doing power rankings and when I'm doing other baseball videos as well during the season, and interspersed with that, of course, I'll be able to talk more about other shows, things along that line. As of, for instance, we watched the 5th episode last night of Superman and Lois, and I mean the one problem I have with the show, and it's a nitpick, is everybody seems to be a villain. It's like you have Lana, Lois, Clark, and the kids, and then anybody else in the show might be a mustache twirling villain, and it gets kind of exhausting because there's just too many villains. But I'll keep watching it because it's part of the Arrowverse, and so to me that's important to keep up with the Arrowverse and what's going on, so that when crossovers take place and all that. But yeah, so I've been watching that. I'm looking forward to watching Legends when that comes back. I've missed Legends of Tomorrow greatly, and so really looking forward to being able to watch that again. I've almost got my wife caught up. I think we've watched almost 2 full seasons, or 3 full seasons so far. So kudos to her for being able to get through it. I didn't make her watch Series 1, though, so there's that. But what I wanted to talk about today, in and amongst this video where I'm talking about a lot of things, is my baseball jerseys. Now, I've got some football in here as well. I got a tub because I don't feel like baseball jerseys need to be hung up like hockey jerseys. You don't have nearly the concerns about logos getting bent like you do with hockey jerseys. And in general, they've been cheaper for me to get. So I'm just going to go through what I've got here. This is, of course, the Seattle Mariners. This is I think it's just batting practice jersey. I think that's what they were called. These are Majestic, right? Yeah, it's Majestic. And I got a couple other Majestics that are coming that I don't think are just batting practice jerseys. So that's the Mariners. Got the Athletics here. I've rooted for the Athletics for a while now, and we'll see how that goes. I think it ends in tears. That's what I've been told, anyways. I've also got a little bit of football in here and a couple of basketball jerseys, too. So there's San Francisco, the San Francisco Giants, of course. I like that one. So even though I wasn't a San Francisco fan at the time I got these, I got all these about, I think, 10 years ago. There was a store in Chilliwack that sold these for like $30 each. So I picked up as many as I could of teams that I, might cheer for. And a team that I have cheered for on and off, the Boston Red Sox. So you see on the sleeve, it's got the Boston Red Sox. So these are nice, and I mean I've worn them as t-shirts. They're all size medium. All right. My Vancouver Grizzlies, and I can show that. I haven't worn this in a video yet because it'd be weird to see me wearing a basketball one, right? And it'd be weird for me too. But I have this, and then I have San Antonio as well, because San Antonio was my favorite. Grizzlies would have been, but man, they didn't last very long. Yeah, there's the San Antonio. I know I've shown this one in a video before. So it's San Antonio, and it's Kawhi Leonard. And I understand Kawhi Leonard in San Antonio, not a popular combo. But when I got this, this is a medium too. It's huge. When I got this was right after Toronto had won the NBA championship, and I felt like, I've always been a fan of both the San Antonio team as well as Toronto. Yeah, it's kind of a combination, and now people would argue it's neither. All right, this is also Oakland. So this is Oakland with the elephant on the front and A's on the sleeves, or on the sleeve. And then we get into, this is a Nike. Yeah, these are the Nikes. And it's basically the equivalent of replicas. So when I ordered this, and the listing still on mlbshop.ca, it shows it as the black one with the A on it. So I ordered it, and I got this instead. And I thought, so what do I do? Because this isn't even listed on their website. So I'm obviously keeping it. But I don't know if I wanted a shirt that said I was a D-back. That's kind of close to something else. I don't know. It's kind of close to D-bags. Did nobody tell them? But anyways, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Because when my wife saw it, the first thing she said was, "You're a D-back." And here we go. This is my Tampa Bay Rays jersey. People will know that I got this last year as we got into World Series time and all that. And I don't think I jinxed them. We'll see if the Rays is a jersey I'm wearing a lot during the year or not. And we'll get into a couple of the more recent ones I got. I got this one from... this one came from... What's this through MLB? Yeah, it's Blue Jays. So, Blue Jays jersey. Cooperstown collection. Interesting. And then this one I'm definitely going to wear a lot. Because it's the red Blue Jays with Tulowitzki on the back. I like Troy Tulowitzki. I did. So no problem having a Tulowitzki jersey. This one I got through Van City Sports. So I don't just go through them for... I've got football through them too, and I've got baseball through them. Yeah, I like Tulowitzki. And it was on sale because it's Tulowitzki and it's the old red Blue Jays jersey, which is... this is their Canada Day look. And honestly, I think Blue Jays works as a red jersey even though their name is Blue Jays. There's no red in the name, but they're Canadian, so sure. And of course, the Milwaukee Brewers, and it's a Yelich jersey, so I'm happy I have that. This one that I got recently, which is Minnesota Twins. So yeah, Minnesota Twins, TC, Twin Cities. It's a shame there's not more on it, but that's fine. Yeah, let's see. It's all football. There's other baseball jerseys I have somewhere in the house. And it's a matter of me finding them. I know I have Mets, because I know somebody sent me Mets. I think I have the Reds somewhere too. I think I have the Reds. So I know I have the Mets. I know I have the Cubs somewhere too. So, and then adding to the collection over the next couple of weeks, I have a Washington Nationals that's on the way. I don't have an Expos, because again, trying to find an Expos without paying an arm and a leg, it's a challenge. I have a Rockies. It's in my room somewhere. I know I have the Rockies. I've worn that one in a video before. Houston's on the way. I found that one for cheap because it's Houston. San Diego. Yvonne's got that one upstairs because I got the Padre patch. She's going to put on the sleeve. And then I know I have a White Sox somewhere, at least I think I do, and I have a Phillies on the way. So eventually the plan would be to have every team. Eventually the plan would be to have one for every team, and that's it. Because baseball jerseys in general are they're basically t-shirts, and they're not, to me, they're not as collectible. The hockey ones to me are collectible. There's a lot of really unique looks and really unique jerseys. The baseball, not as much. That's kind of why I wanted the black Arizona. I have a Pittsburgh Pirates around somewhere too. It's just not in here. I'll find them. It's in one of my drawers or it's somewhere. It's one of those things that's why I've got a bin now. I'm going to throw everything in there and track everything down so that I'm all set to go. And then any week I do power rankings, I'll be like, hey, which jersey am I wearing this time? Because I know it helps with the hockey channel that hey, he's got all the jerseys. So it'd be nice if I had one of every team in baseball. Um, yeah, I know I don't have Dodgers. I know I don't have Braves, Yankees. I'm pretty sure I don't have Cardinals. Pretty sure on that one. Um, Cleveland. Once they rename the team, I'll be sure to get something. Reds, I think I have, but I've got them ticked off as if I don't, and ticked like not ticked off, like they're angry with me. Marlins, I don't have. I like the black Marlins one, but $150. Kansas City Royals, I don't have. I don't have Tigers. I don't have the Texas Rangers, and I don't have the Orioles. There was an Orioles one I looked at on the Major League Baseball shop that was cheap, but it was only in a double XL, and I'm not willing to eat as much as I'd have to in order to fill that out. So yeah, I'm kind of excited. I have kept track. I also installed the MLB app on my phone, and I plan to, when I do power rankings for this, I plan to use a formula. So I tried that with hockey in the past and it didn't work because there's just too many variables with hockey. I think with baseball, I think it's easier to have a formula that works. So I'll have pitching metrics, I'll have hitting metrics, and then your straight wins and losses, and then I'll come up with a score. And my plan is to do like a rotating, I want to say 15 games, so that it'll include the 15 most recent games, and then that way it'll drop off the old game, add the new game, and that kind of thing, and have that set up where then that's all it is that then I'm just basically once a week saying here's where the power rankings are. But again, because I'm looking at either 15 games, maybe 10. But in baseball, 10's what, 3 series or 4? Does that really tell you where a team's at? So yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards 15 games before I start doing power rankings, but we'll see. And again, that would take me past, because once hockey's regular season is done, I don't do hockey power rankings anymore. I will do the occasional power rankings, but during the playoffs, I did it one year and it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't work. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this with baseball and discussing other things with everybody watching this, including yeah, just Flash stuff and it being as it is, and this week's Flash kind of being, yeah, I'm not gonna say totally disappointing, but I'm kind of hoping that they give you some downtime before the next big villain comes in, but I don't think they're going to. And it kind of meandered a little bit, which I mean I'm used to that in my videos because I do it all the time, but I don't know, the Flash, it just kind of feels like it's not lost, but yeah, there's some interesting storylines there, and there's some interesting ideas, and then the funny part was that a character shows up in the show, and I'm like, oh, that's She-Hulk. And then I thought about it and I went, well, wait, no, Hulk is Marvel and this is DC, so that's not She-Hulk. So that threw me off. But yeah, I'm sure that they'll just leave that alone. One thing about Superman and Lois, one thing that drove me absolutely insane watching last night was, so Superman gets blasted out of the sky, never tries to look for the guy who blasted him out of the sky. He's not very good at the Superman thing. He's actually pretty lousy. There's a lot of things in the show already that I've picked up on, and I'm like, Superman could fix this if he wanted to. I think he's just being a dick. Which, if you followed, and there's an old website, I don't know if it still exists. Last time I looked at it, it was so filled with spyware and crap that I just dropped it. Like, it was all pop-ups, and it was all, install this and no, which was superdickery.com. And it was just comic books going through the idea that Superman is a dick. And they don't change any of the words. They don't change any. They just show you parts of the comics and Superman doing something and them going and them having a caption of why he's being a dick in that exact moment. And it's funny because it's true. Superman's he could fix things a lot quicker than he does. And he could be a lot cleaner about things than he is. And yeah, it's just one of those things that's been bothering me during the show where I'm like, why doesn't Clark fix this? Why is he letting Lana? Like, I understand, Lana and Lois, and they want to be independent, but you can fix it. Just fix it. Just go out and fix it. Oh, I gotta go home. Why? Like, he gets blasted out of the sky, and then he just goes home. What are you doing? Why aren't you looking for the person who blasted you out of the sky? What happened here? Well, I got blasted out of the sky. Time to go home. Wait, no. You're supposed to at least look. I don't know, call Flash. He's there somewhere. Make a phone call. I just don't. I don't get it. It just is. It's one of those things that's just kind of driving me nuts about the show. And I like all the actors and I like the characters, but it just why doesn't he fix it? Like he can fix it, all of it, and he just sort of has this seemingly has this attitude. Yeah, nah, whatever. Yeah, it's fine. No big deal. They can fix it. I've been super long enough. Time to go home and watch the. Wait, no, why? Why? So, yeah, gets blasted out of the sky and goes home. Oddest thing I've ever seen Superman do. And I mean, I stopped watching Smallville back in the day when Clark decided he was scared to fly because he didn't want to get hurt. And I yelled at the TV, "You can't get hurt, you doofus. You're Superman. You fall off a mountain, you hit the ground, you're still not hurt because you're Superman. Fly, you dingus." So, and that was it for me with Smallville. That was what did it. I was like, all right, so we're Car's trying to teach him how to fly, and he's scared. I'm done. I'm done. This is too much. I understood they said no flights, no tights. That was a rule on Smallville, but it got ridiculous. It got absolutely ridiculous. But hey, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for all your support. And hey, I will talk to you again soon.